Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to In the Green Room. I'm Kinga.
And I'm Chet.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is the family show.
The family episode.
In the
excited
Green
we got it
Room.
done.
In the Green Room. Aren't you excited?
Oh yeah. I was waiting for the Saving the
And
Planet.
it's one
One
show
show
at a
at a
time. And we are speaking of self-love and joy and spreading love and joy because we've got Valentine's Day coming up. And some people don't have a Valentine.
Yeah, I always say you got to fill your cup up first before you can fill someone else's or help someone else out. You got to make sure, you're in a place where you can give. If you're tapped out and you've given everything you can and you're not taking care of yourself, then you can't really give as much to others. But if you take care of yourself first, of course, within reason, you have to be selfless with your family members. And if there's, if you have kids dependent on you, you have to keep that in balance. But, you really got to take care of yourself in order to be able to take care of others, I think.
I agree. Do you feel the same, Chet? What's your...
Yeah, it's important to not rush into things and be, independent and basically have those be like where you get your happiness from. And then if the other person brings joy to your life too, then that's a good addition. But people that try to only get their happiness from a relationship, that is always bad.
Oh, I would agree with that, but I think that when you are loving and spreading love to others, it makes you feel the love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a relationship should just be one aspect of the things that makes you happy. If you're just only invested on that one thing, like, it's the sad reality of life, but like, people change, emergencies happen, like, so things can happen that change that relationship that are out of your control or the other person's control. So if all your happiness, joy is in that one basket, you're going to be, devastated beyond repair.
And same goes for, I think, the extreme anyways. Like if someone, their whole happiness is dependent on
their job,
career.
There's a lot of people that are like that. They're total workaholics. It's really sad.
Making that next work position or something, and if they don't get that or it doesn't happen in time, their whole world collapses or something. Like, I feel like balance is really the name of the game. So, not putting too much into any one thing and just being balanced.
Being well-rounded.
Yeah, and being curious about everything.
And having more than one interest, like spreading your love between, friends, family, yourself, your significant other, your love for your interests.
Yeah.
Like music.
And like also the balance of sometimes, if you love someone, there's something that they love, and part of the game is supporting them through that. And even though maybe you wouldn't have done that otherwise yourself, you're supporting them, you love them, and you're going to go experience that with them to be a part of it. And then sometimes you have to say, hey, I need this for myself. Like, this is what I want to do. And you just got to, nurture that as well. So it's a balance of supporting people you love, their interests, as well as your own.
But it's really important when you are in a relationship, if, Valentine's Day is coming up, that you don't make your whole life only about that one person.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. I
mean,
already said that.
Have you ever had a relationship where you...
I already said that, basically.
But have you ever been in a relationship where you made that person, like... I mean, I have. I'm not going to say which relationship because I've been in 3. I've been in 3, but I did have one relationship, actually 2, probably 2, where everything was that relationship, and I, really just didn't do a lot with friends.
Yeah, and that's also where self-love comes into place too, because if you're nurturing yourself and what you need and what you love, if there's that thing that brings you a lot of joy and you haven't been going back to that as much, it's time to balance it out and say, this made me happy in the past and I've kind of been slacking on it, and we got to pursue this a little bit more, bring it back.
Yes.
Maybe switch something up with it, bring something new to the table to kind of keep you interested. But yeah.
And I did have a relationship, one of the 3, where they wanted me to just be only with them, not really with friends, and I actually not even with my family much, or not even with one of my siblings. And you know what? Bottom line is, you need to make sure that you use your thoughts with the self-love to make sure you don't lose yourself, because you need to do what you said, everything to make yourself happy. What makes you happy, Rachel?
I love listening to music, and I'd say I try to get that in every single day, whether I'm listening to music that I made or that I'm in the process of making, or listening to other people's finished music. That is
Save for the
very
DJ.
Cool. That's one of my favorite things to do. I think it's a art form that decorates time instead of space, and I just really love music for that reason.
And what about so I have a funny story for y'all out there. This morning, actually Rachel can kind of tell the story because it's funny, but we ran into a pretty famous musician that Rachel listens to daily, and she didn't know what he looked like. But anyway, you tell the story.
This is actually pretty funny. Well, my man, Jordan, he is always listening to, he introduced me to this artist, Mike Stud, what he's also referred to as. And so,
a former baseball player.
Yeah, you looked him up after this.
I did.
Found out all the details. I
did.
just listened to his music, and I love his music. It's like very relaxed, lyrical, kind of touches on a lot of topics that are close to us, just living life, enjoying life with your friends.
Duke University, which means he's smart. I mean, it's pretty hard to get into Duke.
Well, anyways, it was funny because so he has his merch is Stevenson Ranch, and Jordan had pointed out someone's merch the other day, actually at the Waste Management Phoenix Open, and we were chatting about it for a while, so it was fresh in my head. And we're sitting at coffee this morning with you,
my sister.
Yeah,
and I see this guy walking out that kind of looks like Chet's height, about like 6'4" or so. Thick, he had thick head hair. You could tell because his hair was puffing out of his little snow hat, and kind of a muscular build, and so you notice him. He's attractive.
Well,
and,
you were like, where did you get those shorts? Like, probably wanting to get Chet a pair because you're always looking out for Chet, always looking out for an outfit to buy him or something.
You.
Yeah. You know our style. You're like our personal vision shopper.
They're pretty lucky, listeners.
It's pretty fun.
And so,
it makes life more fun.
But they were just regular shorts. There were saguaro cactuses all over.
They were cool. They were. I didn't get a really good look at them because I was facing the other way. But they looked like kind of like a cactus camo or like a camo print. And you were like, what brand are those? And he says Stevenson Ranch. And you were like, oh, like, where do I get those? And I was
but he was super nice because he was already past when I said it, and he turned around and came all the way back, and then he was standing there talking to us for like.
Well, I think in retrospect, he was probably excited that someone was commenting on the shorts because I don't want to reveal it just yet.
Yes.
So she's like, where did you get those shorts? And he's like, oh yeah, they're Stevenson Ranch. And I was like, oh, cool. And I was like, oh, Mom, like, those are actually an artist merch brand. Like, I listen to this artist,
Mike Stud,
and it's like his merch brand. And my mom was like, oh, who's that? What kind of music is it? Is he a DJ? Has all these questions.
Yeah, I said, what genre? And then I said, I'm asking Rachel this, and he's standing there. And he doesn't wait, are you listening to this, Gabe? He doesn't tell us that he's that guy. He doesn't tell us, and we're going on and on about.
Well, you were like, "What kind of music is it?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's kind of hard to describe. It's just really, really good lyrics. Really like relaxed. Just objectively really good music." And I kind of look to him to be like, "Yeah, like wouldn't you say?"
And you're like asking him how to describe it.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'd say that's it." And then I was like, "And then Stevenson Ranch is the merch brand.
It's his brand. It's his clothing line."
And he goes, "Oh, well, that's me."
He goes, "Actually, that is me."
And I was like, oh, I felt kind of embarrassed because here I am like describing his music and his merch line. I listen to his music, but I have no clue what
Apparently, she listens to it daily.
Jordan and I
That's
probably
his favorite music.
like whenever we hop in the car and like just unless we're like going to party or something and listen to some electronic music, that's like our go-to, just kind of relax, drive in between space, just to have in the background or turn it up a little bit, just for a joyride. It's good.
So then I say to him, I go, oh, I'd love to have you on my show. And then my sister chimes in, her show's this, her show's that. And she's like telling him all about the show. And then I said, I'd love to have you on the show. He goes, that's great. Just message me on Instagram. And I go, what is it? And he goes, Mike Stud or whatever. And then I said, oh, I don't really do it that way. I do it by phone numbers.
His Instagram is just Mike for anyone listening.
Okay. So anyway, well, it used to be Mike Stud, but then he changed it to just Mike recently.
Oh, I don't know the.
I thought that's what I read.
You looked up a bunch of details on him. I've been just listening to his music, so I thought it was funny, and now I know what his Instagram page is.
That's a funny coincidence.
So.
But then hold on,
Definitely a coincidence.
But then I looked it up, and apparently he was a baseball player, and he injured himself, and during his surgery and recovery time, he just started doing music, and he started making some rap songs for his friends and his former teammates, and apparently they were so good that he just posted them, and it's been he started this in 2013, and he's done one album, another album, and he's going viral to the point where
it's cool that he's completely independent, because I know a lot of artists in today's music industry climate struggle with the labels and the control that some players in the industry have over their music, which they made it, they feel like they should be in control of it, so which totally makes sense. So, it's cool to see a completely independent artist get that big.
Oh, and I did read
a loyal fan base.
That one of his biggest hits, I don't remember the name of the song, he released it on Valentine's Day, and that's smart because people are probably looking for music on Valentine's Day, and if you can hashtag it Valentine's Day and do all this stuff, that makes it really go viral.
We'll keep an eye out. Smart. There might be a new release this Valentine's Day. We've got a couple days to wait.
So, Chet, what are your plans on Valentine's Day?
Not really sure yet.
Okay. You don't know.
Not really relevant, yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not.
One question I had for both you guys today was, since we're talking about self-love, what are your guys, what are you doing on your pamper day? You have the whole day to yourself, you have a bunch of free time, and you're like, oh, I could do whatever I want today. What are you doing?
Okay. Well, let's start with Chet.
Definitely a workout, because I don't feel good if I don't get a good workout.
Ditto. Me too.
Same.
Yes. Starting with the workout.
And then
always.
Well, I don't know if it's anything. Then it would also be traveling somewhere. I would want to be somewhere else. I don't know. I love traveling. So if it was a perfect dream day, it would be somewhere else. Or if it was here in town, then I would do workout, and then.
But no, she's asking you about self-love. If you're just loving yourself, showing yourself love.
Yeah, so she's saying your ideal day, how you would treat yourself. I'd say either if I were in town, it would start with a workout. But then beyond that, I would love to either be at a beach if I were traveling. If I were here, then enjoying a nice pool or something with friends. I would say something like that.
Oh, I love that. That's a great way.
Hydrotherapy.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
To put it into a wellness speak terms.
What about cold plunge? I heard that your new gym has cold plunge.
Yes.
What's that new gym you're working on?
Oh my gosh. The new gym that we've been going to is insane. I will say
what's it called again?
I'm a little bit of a gym snob. I did run track at U of A for 5 years and have access to 2 amazing gym spaces down there competing on the track team. We had the garage gym at the track that was kind of gritty, and you hear the clang of iron in there. It was kind of dirty. It was really fun. And then we also had the state-of-the-art athletic center, the McHale Center gym. Beautiful brand new equipment, all customized to be the U of A colors, red, white, and blue. And I haven't, since I stopped competing, I haven't really had a home gym feel where you go somewhere and you have
and you made it to
the
regional championship, the Pac-12 championship.
We had a lot of success.
What was it called? Pac-12?
Pac-12, and we made it to the nationals.
Nationals, big deal. And so now you are a snob, gym snob. So where are you now? for gym?
I finally feel like I'm back at like a home gym.
Mhm.
It's so cool. It has
What's it called?
It's called Fit Lab. Big reveal.
Fit Lab. Fit Lab.
And they
Fit
just
Lab.
opened up. They moved from a smaller location in the air park to a larger location just over by Westworld, like literally right around
Okay.
the corner from Westworld, off the 101 freeway and like Princess. And oh my gosh, the new location is 3 times the size. There's 3 times the equipment. Insane equipment.
Is it all new?
It's all brand new. They have
Oh,
a
I'm
bunch
joking.
of
Wow.
equipment that's flown in from Italy, and they
What?
have different.
Is it clean?
Brand new, perfectly clean. It's insane. I truly love it. There's hundreds and hundreds of pieces of equipment. Almost all of them have the option to change the angle or multiple angles that you're hitting the muscle at.
Really?
So instead of just static, always going in one direction, you can change the angle of the machine, and you can literally feel the difference. And you can feel which ones that you've been hitting on a standard machine and which parts of the muscle are like neglected on certain
Wow.
movements. And you're like, oh wow, if you just change this slight angle, it's so much harder.
Wow. So have you
So-
heard of this? I mean, that you can change the direction and the angle?
Yeah, that's normal.
Really? Where do you get that?
I mean, some machines already have that, but
Mhm.
it sounds like those ones have maybe even more than a usual machine.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, and part of it too, you know, for a
Mm-hmm.
novice gym goer, it might be a lot, like unless you have like a
Mhm.
personal training session going on, because it might be overwhelming that there's so many options. But it's definitely a great gym for like your intermediate or advanced gym goer, where you have a general understanding of
But once you
kind
have a
of-
lesson one time, you could figure it out, right? Or is it
yeah,
difficult?
but there's
Are these machines?
each
Mhm.
machine has, you know, you want to be doing it right. So I'm saying if you've
Mm-hmm.
never worked out before on a machine, like you would probably want some guidance, because there's definitely, I'm really bad at guessing the numbers of machines in there, but there's at least 80 to 200 machines in there. I don't
Wow.
know. That's a lot. That's a big gap span. But
So if you compare it
packed.
to, I know to compare is odious, but if you were going to compare it to, I'm trying to think of a gym, LA Fitness gym, is it like 3 times as big?
I can't compare it. I don't really been to LA Fitness.
Oh, okay.
If I have, they've been different.
What about the
places,
Village? Have
different
you ever been to the
sizes.
Village?
Village is more like a country club feel, but they're gonna have like standard equipment. There might be a couple weightlifting pieces, but I would say that 80% of the machines inside of Fit Lab you wouldn't really find anywhere else in the whole
Wow.
valley. Maybe
Wow.
50% of them you'd find, 50 to 75% of them you'd find in a specialty gym that's like
Okay.
a specialty like bodybuilding gym that's like
Mm-hmm.
big and nice, but they have just so many unique machines. And coming from like running track, you know, we had a lot of specialty machines.
D1
training
sports
at U of
level,
A,
D1 with baseball too. Yeah.
you know, to get
Um,
just different full range of motion under resistance as well. This place is top notch. Like and then the my favorite part of it, arguably, is the recovery aspect, because just as important it is to break your muscle down and train, it is to recover. And
What do they have for that?
they have a cold plunge, and then they have
So wait, let's stop there. It's cold plunge. So for the dumb it down for the listeners out there that don't know about cold plunge, and tell us, like, describe what it looks like there, and how big is the cold plunge, and how many people can go in? Is it co-ed?
So
Mhm.
there's just a room that has 3 or 4 cold plunges.
Okay.
And 3 or 4 infrared saunas. I think there's 4 or 5 cold plunges actually, and then like 3 infrared saunas.
Like as big as this table, or is it
No, that's like
as big as
it's
this
a little
room?
personal one.
okay
So
for one person?
Yeah, and
okay.
it's, you know, they're cleaned out. They all have like running chlorine systems and stuff. So
Okay.
it's not like you're in the water with someone else sweaty at the same time.
Ugh.
And they have showers there too. So, you know, it says like shower obviously before going in the cold plunge, please. Unless you do that first thing
Mhm.
when you get there, unless you've already taken a shower. But
What if somebody doesn't do that? Ew.
I mean, they're chlorinated, so it's like a little miniature pool.
Okay.
And it cycles quickly because they have to keep the water cold, so it's running quickly because your
Oh,
body
okay.
heat warms the water up around you. So most cold plunge systems have running cold water, because if it's stagnant, it won't actually be as cold on your muscles because the water close to your leg will warm up and it'll be cozy.
Interesting. Have you tried
But
the
they
cold
want it
plunge?
to be cold.
I used to do them a lot when I played baseball, like for extreme, it's really good for like extreme fatigue in one area.
Mhm.
But with the way that I work out, I just basically do like full body workout every day, so I don't get sore in any one place enough to need to like do a cold plunge. I mean, it still has good benefits, but I just don't. I hate like the feeling of it. So, I don't know. It just kind of hasn't really re-entered my recovery process because I haven't needed it.
You don't think it would be good for your knee?
No, because basically for the tendon and stuff that's healing and ligaments that are healing, you want more blood flow, so you
I
want
would
hot
think
water.
warmth would be
And
better
then
for
also
for
when you're-
recovering injury like yours.
And then muscles, when they're cold, they basically are like tighter and they can like pull easier and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
Then what is
getting
the
out
cold
of
plunge
getting
good
out
for?
of a cold plunge can be a injury risk if you let your muscles get too tight and you like move wrong. It's like rare, but you can.
So what is it good for then?
It is good for getting the blood out of the muscle, which helps with removing inflammation. So it's good for like if you're very super sore in one area, like if you super targeted a muscle, or if you pitched in a game and you're really sore. You
Yeah,
need to,
and then it has like mental benefits as well. Like it kind of puts your body under like a mild stress state. So it's kind of like the idea that like what doesn't kill you makes you stronger at like a microscopic level. Like it's just stressing your body a little bit, and you know, that can cause like some resilience both mentally and physically in your body. But I really like that they have, my favorite thing to do is actually contrast hot and cold. That's what I've felt physically in my legs. Since the most relieving sensation after, you know, a really hard workout and a lot of soreness, is going from hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold.
How long in each?
I said it wrong. I actually usually start with cold, do 2 minutes cold, 3 minutes hot, 2 minutes cold, 3 minutes hot, 2 minutes cold, 3 minutes hot.
And you're doing this at
full
FitLab?
cycles. Yeah. And they have the red light infrared sauna, so it's cool. They have the red light for kind of the skin benefits that it has.
Is it full body?
Well, it's in the sauna, so it's it has a glass door, so you wouldn't be like not wearing anything, but you know, you're wearing your workout outfit, whatever you go in wearing in the cold tub, like sports bra and shorts or something, is what you'd wear into the red light sauna too.
Interesting.
And it's just like lit in there. And then they also have, these are my other favorite things, they have the compression boots.
What's that?
So it's they look really
Compression
silly.
boots?
It's like, imagine these giant socks that go all the way up, or like a thigh-high boot. Imagine these giant thigh-high boots that zip all the way up the front from your toe all the way to the front of your, where your waist is, basically. And you recline back and you turn them on, and it's just a setting by time. I usually do about 30 minutes or so. And they have sectioned
I don't understand what it is. I don't understand.
Run down the length of your leg, and it pumps air into each section, and it squeezes your leg, and it squeezes the blood and the lactic acid and whatever junk and stuff is in your leg after your workout. It squeezes it out of your leg so it can get flushed out of your body.
And okay, if I want to do the research to find out the medical, what is the research
Always
on it?
check with your doctor before doing anything, any recovery thing like
yeah,
this.
the wrong
before.
person that could dislodge a clot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
if you're super unhealthy.
And if it's your first time working out, don't like immediately go into this. These are all things I would, if you've never tried before, talk to a trainer, talk to your doctor about it first, especially ease into it, of course. I've worn compression boots for track for about 5 years.
You have?
Yeah.
I've never heard you talk about this.
I haven't done it for a couple years, but
okay.
I had done it for a long
Had you
time.
done this too?
Very
No, I've
familiar
actually
with
never
it.
done that before.
Okay,
It's
interesting.
really cool to have them at FitLab, because I was like, I just attributed to
Does it feel good?
it feels amazing.
Cool.
Does it feel almost like a massage?
Not necessarily like a massage. It kind of a little bit feels like when you get out of the contrast bath, how you can feel your legs flushing. Like you can literally feel like the crap that's in your trapped in your tissues getting literally flushed out, and like I'll go into the boots very sore. The other day I was like, I'm too sore to do leg day. I'm just gonna do the boots and walk around a little bit and get back, another day. And after the boots, I felt fine. I was like, my legs don't even feel sore right now.
So basically, it is it's improving circulation.
Kind of.
And blood flow.
Yeah.
Blood flow, and it's removing inflammation.
Yeah, and it's specifically for like muscle
Sounds like
recovery. But there might be other applications. Again, like if you're interested, I would definitely ask a
So you've got the compression
certified
boots.
trainer about it, or come to FitLab and ask someone at FitLab about it.
So you've got red light therapy. You've got the compression boots. You've got the cold plunge. What else?
Insane equipment. Like, wow.
What about a basketball court?
No, it's very much a weightlifting gym.
Okay.
So there's not really a big track area to run around, but they do have a lot of like specialty cardio equipment as well. So
Like treadmills and all that.
Yeah, they have of course all the treadmills and stair steppers, but then they also have a Woodway treadmill, which is a body weight treadmill, and it has a slight angled bottom, so you can run on it as fast as you can run, and you're powering it based off of the angle of it. So that's fun. You can run your top max speed on those, and it feels pretty natural because it's the ground's moving with you instead of like the treadmill moving.
Oh, that's cool.
So it has a cool feel. Super nice treadmill. They have another super incline treadmill. They have 2 of those. They have a huge leg muscle section. They probably have 30 machines, 40 machines that are dedicated just to leg lift movement.
Is this only in Arizona, or do they have them elsewhere?
I'm not sure. That's actually a good question.
Okay, so there might be. Well, we'll have to Google it.
Yeah.
Gabe, can you look it up?
You have a phone right there.
I know, but I want to pay attention. Can you look at? Does FitLab have other locations other than Arizona? It's a gym, FitLab. So anyway.
One thing I will tell about the compression boots that, when you go and you get your blood pressure taken, it squeezes your arm.
Oh, yes.
So imagine that, but it's the whole length of your leg.
Well, that always hurts those. That's why I'm asking if it feels good. You said it feels good. But those don't feel
how much
good.
it squeezes. You can put it on the lowest section and just get a barely it's squeezing you. Or I like putting it on not the highest setting. I still haven't tried it on the highest setting. I'm like, I don't really need that. But, I probably put it on 60, 75%. And that feels really good to me. So, everyone's different. I would if you try it, start super low.
What does it cost a month there?
It's touchy, so you can immediately change it.
I think it's just in Arizona.
Okay, cool.
Okay, just in Arizona.
Just in Arizona. And then question, that's what we think so far. Question, what about how late are they open, and what does it cost a month?
24 hours.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
For 24 hours.
And it's in a good area, so
Lab.
that's nice. Okay.
Beautiful area.
And what does it cost for one person?
It's $150 a person. You can cancel at any time too.
So you can pay monthly.
It's monthly, $150 a person.
I like monthly because that way, if you're like, oh my god.
Let me say that's what I was paying before, because I have been a FitLab member since they were at their old location. I'm not actually sure what their new amounts are, but I know if you go there now, they're doing specials because they just opened. So I think.
Oh, but because we're plugging them on the show, it better be free for us at In the Green Room.
No, that's what I was gonna say. Since they just opened, I'm pretty sure you can get a couple days free. Anyways, you just go and scan the QR code on the door, because they're still probably in their new location, grand opening phase.
I like that it's 24 hours. Not that I want to work out at 2 a.m, but. If you wanted to, you could.
And they have really good music playing in there. I always bring my headphones, and I never end up using them. It's actually crazy. Do
they have a protein shake bar, an area to get some healthy foods?
They're kind of building that out. They're so new to the new location, but it seems like they have a meal prep program thing that you can buy into, or buy them from the fridge there.
And no lap pool.
No lap pool.
Okay, all right. And would you say that it's
lots of squat racks, lots of specialty lifting equipment,
and it's super clean?
Super clean.
Okay, I would like it.
If you go there, put your weights back. This is one of those gyms where there's like, you know, one of the things that makes it amazing is the gym etiquette and everyone, you know, doing their job and chipping in to making sure that it's a great environment. So, you know, some other gyms, I'm not going to name any names. Some places you go to, it's pretty annoying. Like, people just leave their stuff everywhere and it's a big mess. And you're like, oh my gosh, how can I even get my workout done? It's like distracting. You have to go on a wild goose chase to pick up different weights from around the gym.
But that's
like,
great.
You feel like a hunter-gatherer.
But it's great that you
Sometimes
have...
I feel bad though. Every now and then I'll like take one of the like, usually I'll do it with like one of the set weight bars. Like I'll grab like one of the like 80s or something and I'll take it over to one of the other machines so I can do like a cycle. And then I'll literally go to failure and I'm like, I literally can't carry it back now. So like, I'm gonna have to wait for one of the employees to do it. So I'll literally go until I'm like, I literally can't pick up the weight anymore. And then I'm like, well, fuck, someone else is gonna have to put it back now.
You always gotta put it back. Even if you need to take a 5-minute break in between sets. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's the only time I won't.
You're
if
not
I'm
allowed
like,
in
if
Fit Lab.
I'm saying that's the only time. If my bicep is like cramping, I'll be like, fuck.
Wait, Rachel, are you sure you don't own Fit Lab? Because the other day at dinner, I feel like we talked about it for so long now. That's why I was like so excited.
It
sounds like an
because
awesome gym.
It's
Yeah,
because
it
I'm so
does.
happy. I'm serious. I literally spent 5 years, an amazing 5 years training at U of A.
I would definitely get
felt
it
like
if
my
I wasn't
home.
so far from it. 'Cause
Felt like my team.
a huge aspect to me is if I have to spend 40 minutes in the car for every workout, that's so much less time you're spending in the gym if you're just spending 20 minutes round trip.
True.
Like, so if you do the math on how much more time it is spent driving, like, I think the actual benefits are higher if you spend more time working out.
After
even if it's
using their equipment, after being a gym snob and working out at that beautiful U of A gym, go Cats, bear down.
Bear down.
ASU.
Good cats.
I have to say it as a
I don't know if
competitive-
you follow the right trainers, like Jeff Cavalier, Athlete X, my all-time favorite.
He's
You
great.
can get a workout in with like, he has like series where he'll just do workouts with dumbbells and be able to hit every muscle. So it's like all
I
about
totally
like,
agree that I am a big proponent. Before I started going to this gym, I wanted to be, I don't
so
know
that
what
gym
the-
sounds
I
like
was
it's
calling
specifically
them-
good for like bodybuilder people that like need to target like this portion of their lats for their next competition or something. But for people that just want to be fit, it's probably not necessary to drop that much money.
I disagree. Because, can I tell you why? Can I?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm at, let's say somebody's single. I'm not going to make anything personal. Let's say somebody's single. Birds of a feather flock together. And you think about, okay, what kind of a person do I want to attract? You want to attract somebody that's healthy, that's working out in a gym. Well, to me, if you're single, it's a great place to go and do something that you love for yourself, be working on yourself and your self-love, like we bring it back to self-love. And then
The 24-hour aspect is really cool.
Yeah.
Though.
And
Do they
then-
keep it really clean though?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because that's the bad part
spotless.
about some of the 24-hour gyms. It
Yes.
looks like a fucking like truck
No,
stop in there
it's-
because
It's spotless.
the janitors never catch up.
Well, can you find out who the owner is, and let's get them back on with
everyone
you.
puts their stuff back. Like
Mhm.
it's really nice. There's a lot of like gym etiquette there. You can feel it.
So what I want to say is,
Go
you
ahead.
do the self-love, you join there. It's a little more expensive, but you're saying it's pristine, clean. You've got 50% more machines than anywhere else, and it's probably a young vibe. I doubt that
There's all ages there.
all ages.
It's all
Okay.
It's all people who are fit though.
Are there people your age and Chet's age?
Yeah.
Are
And
they-
your
so
age.
in the 20s?
All
Okay,
ages.
okay.
It seems like.
So
But what I was
Mhm.
gonna say is, I agree. I used to call them like prison workouts. Like I think everyone should be good at prison workouts.
What's that?
Working out with no equipment, like or a dumbbell or something.
okay.
Like if you're in a room, you could still get fit. You
so
don't
you
need
pretend
any
you're in
equipment.
Con Air?
Pretend you're in Alcatraz. You don't have any dumbbells. You don't have any fancy machines. You're still gonna get fit. That's a mindset thing to me. Like no matter what you have around you, you can get fit. There's literally no excuse, and I'm huge on that. But if they do have the technology, why not take advantage of it? So this is one of the things I like about Fit Lab. Like when I was training at U of A, even there would be a lot of things we'd have to modify. So like for example, to do one of my favorite lifts, you have to go get a dumbbell, or not a dumbbell, the 45-pound bar, then go get the weights to go on that, then you have to go get a bench, and then you have to have a place to put the bar while you're at the end of your set. So you have to, if you're in a normal gym, you're moving stuff all around to get this one set done, which is a really important set to me to hit this specific muscle group. But it's annoying, but I'll still get it done, no problem. I'll move all the equipment around the gym if I have to get it done. But with FitLab, they literally have a machine that eliminates all of that. You just walk up to the machine, and it's like the most comfortable way to get a really hard lift in. You don't have to be putting a pad down so it doesn't dig into your waist. It's like the machine is literally built so you just come up and you just do it. There's no fuss. I used to have modifications on almost every single thing I would do at the normal gym, and now I'm like, I saw myself starting to do that here, and I was like moving all this stuff around, and I'm like, wait, there's a machine right there. Back extension, normally I'd go to like the back extension thing and then pick up like a 35-pound weight, and like it's kind of hard to hold that, like it's just like the plate, and so I would do it that way. This one, there's literally a back extension handle, and you can add as much weight as you want to it on the side. So
I love that.
And then you can change all the different angles of it, and then there is another mod that you can do to it also on this just one machine. So
I love
it's very versatile.
So do you think that you're going to join there?
No, just because I was talking about how the distance, but it sounds really cool.
Yeah, but you
like
could
if it
go,
were closer, then I would definitely do it.
but you could probably go 3 times a week and just stay there double the amount of time instead of going there 6 days a week. You know, just work out for 3 hours or 4 hours instead of going every day.
Well, the main thing I think diving into this in relation to what we're talking about today comes into is see how we're so excited talking about this, and how passionate I am about this place.
Yes.
You gotta find that place that you're willing to rave about, like, and that's how self-love and health can be sustainable. Maybe you hate going to the gym, you would never dream of stepping foot in FitLab, but you like to row. Maybe you take your kayak out to the lake every weekend or every afternoon
or go
something,
hiking. I love hiking.
And row, like, and that's your thing, and you go on and on about that, and
but they're really
that's
saying
your way to be healthy, and that's your self-love, like whatever gets you moving, main thing, and hopefully gets you out with other people. I think that's one of the best ways to celebrate self-love and love yourself and love others.
But I love that you've really shown such a passion for this, because the latest studies are saying that one of the most anti-aging things you can do physically for your body is weightlifting. And that's more important than cardio.
I wouldn't say anti-aging, because everyone ages. You want to age.
Longevity.
I want to be old and wrinkly.
That's a good point.
But I want to be healthy when I do it.
And longevity.
And
I don't know. I would probably be down to get uploaded to a computer. Sounds kind of fun.
What do you mean? Uploaded?
If they can upload consciousness, so you don't have to die.
That'd be cool. Maybe.
They're trying to like find a way to do that.
Hey, if I could live in like a drone body and fly around, that'd be pretty cool. I can't fly now. Yeah. Imagine like when you die,
into a drone dog.
Uploaded into a drone bird. That'd be so fun to fly around.
Okay, so last question about FitLab, and then we'll go off onto another topic.
We digress.
Is it monthly where you can? They don't just
you can
just say
you can quit whenever.
You can but is it where you like I can pay for this month, and then I can say I don't want to do it for the next 3 months because it's hot, and then I'm going to do October.
Yeah.
So you don't have to. You
it's start and stop at any time. Standard flat amount.
Okay, but they don't like start charging. You can say I just want to. I can go there and say okay, I want to try this place, and I want to pay for Chet and I for the whole month of March. I'm gonna, me and my kids, we're gonna do the whole month of March, and I'm gonna pay for 3 months or 1 month for 3 of us, and then I can just pay for 1 month.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, it's not where they're gonna like try to charge my card the next time, and then I have to go. And
they might charge it again, but you literally just have to call and cancel, and there's no cancellation. You just say I'm done.
I like that.
And then so you just start it and stop it, and then I think right now I don't know if it's I think they're doing a free day or free 5-day pass or something like that too. So
Okay.
it's nice. That they
Well, I want to try it.
Yeah, I would recommend it. And,
Well-
and you know, if that's not your thing, find something that in the name of self-love. This Valentine's Day coming up, I'd say, you know, find something that you love, something that just makes you smile and makes you light up when you're talking about it. So,
Thriving.
Yeah.
Chet, what's your self-love routine?
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say definitely fitness.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, exercise is like basically my favorite part of the day.
Which is what kind? Just weightlifting?
Going to the gym, yeah.
Okay.
getting moving.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what about walking your doggies?
Oh, well,
not
that's
your-
fun too, but that's not our workout.
Yeah.
Walking
not?
is no,
Pulling both of
no,
them?
no, no, no. You
Hey,
have
it's
to.
an
You have
anti-workout.
to.
They're doing all the work.
No, they're finding more and more research that you have to be doing like really high level like exertion to.
Intensity.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're doing, you have to be either doing like sprinting or something like that, which I'm like on my way back to doing. But yeah,
or,
so you.
or heavy weightlifting.
Yeah,
Stressing
exactly.
your
High
bones.
exerting. Yeah. So
Mhm. So if I join there, we can meet there, and
Yeah.
you could train me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll train with Chet a couple to 3 times a week, and then I'll train with you.
Yeah, they have
Okay.
trainers there too. That'll show you how to
I'm
use
not
the
interested in that.
equipment.
No.
Well, no, I would recommend having a trainer show you how to use every single piece of equipment. I can't afford to not have that though because I have scoliosis. So I have around a 20-degree curve in my spine. So I literally cannot afford to do something wrong because it'll literally translate to extreme pain the next day, no matter what. And it does go away, but I have to stretch and do yoga and do a bunch of different activation exercises to make my back feel better after it gets kind of knotted up. So I am super careful about my form. I'd rather start light. You can always build up. You can always put more weight on, but you can never take weight off. After
Does your
you've already
spine's
peaked.
alignment change? Because I'll like wake up some days and be like, oh yeah, like it's like fucked up, and I'll have to do like an hour of yoga and like 30 minutes of incline sit-ups to get my back to normal. But if I do the right amount of exercises, I can always like get my back to being straight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it sounds like yours, you never can get it straight, even if you do like a ton of working out.
Yeah. Mine will never be fully straight because it has a 20-degree curve. But
That's what I'm
there's
saying. Is
definitely
it something that your muscles would be able to fix, like if you tried hard enough, or no?
That's kind of, I feel like a mental.
Because Jeff Cavalier has actually talked about people curing scoliosis with the right gym regimen. Like you could literally try to.
That's kind of what
work-
I've been
you
trying
could
to
try
do.
to
Do you know
read-
Jeff Cavalier?
Yeah.
But you could
do
maybe
you know?
try to reach out to him and
From-
like
from
have
Jeff.
him work with you, be like a special case of him trying to like
I'll
fix your
try to like go
scoliosis.
from 20 to
It'd be the
0
coolest
degree.
way to try to work out his
Yeah.
gym too. He has like the craziest.
Where is
complex- I don't even know, but he just. It's all custom, like his Athlete X brand, like best equipment stuff. It's just like somewhere.
Really?
It's like at his house, I think, because he showed his regimen. He like walks to work out every day. But
Cool.
well, you'd be lucky to work with him because he works with mostly just like NFL players, like MLB players, and like big actors and stuff like that. But
Well,
You
yeah,
should
that's
message
basically
him.
when I work out, I am like, even though obviously like my back has a 20-degree curve that is there on an X-ray. If you look at it, I work out with the mentality that
You
like
can't
if
tell
I do
'cause
the
your posture's
workout
so
a
good.
certain way that it like will straighten out kind of, and if I like just train everything like super even and like just do every like be squeezing the right part of the muscle at each time that like I'm training to like
well,
make
technically,
it straight, even though I don't know if that could
it would
be
take
possible, but
like
maybe
an
could.
expert like him telling you which side you have to favor, but to correct it, you would actually have to do a little bit more work on one side to like build up more muscle on that side to pull you that way.
Well, mine
So to
just
fix
would
it,
be,
you would have to do a slight imbalance to slowly fix it.
well, it would
But
be
it would take a total
extreme-
expert.
It would be extremely detailed though, because
Yeah.
mine it's not just one way and one way back. It curves and twists both directions.
So that's
So,
why
like,
it'd be so
wow.
hard to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and it
But
happens.
you can't tell.
See,
I
mean,
know.
When
You
she's
can't-
standing up, she's just straight on, and even in a swimsuit, you can't tell. But
Well, it literally just goes. It goes up, curve, back up. Luckily, it's like very quick but it's, you know, in a short section of my spine.
So I'd
But
make it
because
way
of
more
that-
of like a difficult case to cure probably because
Yeah.
it's 2 curves, not just one.
Yeah. But because of that, you know, when
So
It's still
Jeffrey-
be worth reaching out to
So
him.
Jeffrey Cavalier, we're looking for you. We're
He's
talking
not gonna,
about
he's
you.
not gonna listen to our
No,
show.
no, no.
if he
Yes,
reaches out
yeah.
to-
I'm actually going to tell him. I'm going to send him the show. I'm going to tell him, and I'm going to get a hold of him. I'm going to get him on the show. Give me 5. Give me 5. I'm going to get him on the show. Here we go.
here we go.
I'm going to find him. Wow, your hands have calluses on them.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
from
So back to
listening.
self. Yes, he lifts a lot. So back to self-love
What
and
do you do for
Valentine's Day.
self-love? You didn't really
Well,
tell us.
I'm going to tell you about my Valentine's Day. For self-love, I'd like to wake up early in the morning, have my coffee, watch my pretty view, and then I like to watch the sun rise. And every day I check what time it's going to be sunrise. And then I'm not going to say what trail I like to do, but there's a trail I like to do. In the winter, I like to go a little bit later and have the sunshine. It's starting to get warmer,
But
so
you get that little sleep, because you go to bed late and you wake up before the sun comes up.
a lot of times, yes.
That's really unhealthy. They're like finding so many studies that you really, really need at least 7 hours of sleep. So,
Sleep intervention. No, I'm just kidding.
well, no, they're finding basically if you get less than 7, it's like a huge
bad.
factor for mental health, like huge, like memory, so many aspects. So you should start trying to sleep in, or go to bed earlier if you need to see that sunrise. But
I wish I had that excuse when I was in college, like up late writing essays. I should have just gone to bed and been like, I went to bed for health reasons.
for my brain.
Okay, so back to self-love and my Valentine's
Well, an important
Day
part of
perfection.
self-love is
Uh-huh.
making sure you take care of yourself long
Sleep.
term. That's actually the most important aspect, because if you're like
Damn.
doing something that's going to end up putting yourself in pain or in the hospital or make you not know who you are, then that's not self-love. So you really do need to start getting more sleep. It's important. And it's something I try to work on too, because like part of like you know, DJing sometimes you have to go to a show, whether it's to perform or like network or something, and then all of a sudden you're up so late. So it's something that I like have worked on, and now I basically just have no guilt about after a night of like when I go out to network or have a show, like I don't feel bad about sleeping in, because it's so important for your brain. So important. So yeah, that's
after-
my big self-love tip is make sure you get enough sleep. Yeah.
Okay, so if you do a DJ night, what time do you guys sleep into the next night? Like, let's say you get to bed at 4.
Depends on when your set is. I
Yeah.
remember one of Chet's sets that I went to, this really cool after party at this like interesting venue. It was like in a mountain.
What state was it in?
It was in Arizona.
Okay,
It was like
Arizona.
in a mountain pass like building. It was super cool.
Uh-huh.
But his set was literally at 5 a.m. and it
Oh
was
my
packed.
gosh,
It
that's
was
crazy.
it was a crazy, really fun set.
It was packed?
And it was literally at 5 a.m. It was an
Oh
after
my
party.
Yeah, so that goes to show, but that like you have to think of that as like, oh, I need to get extra sleep these next 2 nights. It's kind of bad. There's like a lot of artists in all genres that kind of like glorify like, oh, like you don't need to sleep or whatever, but they're finding it's so
Yeah,
bad.
you definitely need to sleep. That's
Yeah.
true. That I
Yeah.
would agree with
There's
that.
people that try to like glorify like, oh, like do like a 3-day bender where you don't sleep. It's like,
Not
yeah,
me.
have fun getting dementia 4 years earlier from one like weekend.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I
so
am
stupid.
100% like you will catch me in bed.
Yeah.
Unless I am playing that night, in which case, if I'm a little tired, that's my only vice. If I'm tired, I drink Red Bull, which Red Bull
No, you
is
should do
so
this
good
one.
for you.
Well, I'm lucky.
Yerba
My
mate.
body shuts down and does not let me keep trying. Like, because I've tried to do it one time, like when I was young and stupid, when I was like 20. I tried to do it, and like the next day, I just literally like felt so bad. I went straight home and went to sleep.
Hey.
My body just can't do it. It
Yerba mate.
baffles me. I know. What about it?
Yerba mate, it has just as, it's better than Red Bull. Rachel, take yours.
Yeah.
It's true. It's more natural for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
it
should
has
have
a lot of
switched to
caffeine.
this instead of Red Bull if I'm
Well, if you
DJing.
Google it, it's more caffeine
But
than a
Red
cup
Bull
of coffee.
just gives you wings.
And this is
Ugh,
like
so
natural
gross,
tea that's
but
supposed to be
it's only
more
thing
healthy.
that gives me energy. Literally, I'll be drinking and I'm like, I literally just am drinking this because I want energy right now. It's so gross.
So more
Well,
about
no, and people like always talk about how like the Europeans love to go out to the club so late. Yeah, but they end up sleeping in the next day.
Okay.
None of them like
Yeah.
are like, oh, I'm gonna wake up and go to my job now and pop an Adderall. Like no,
Okay,
they
so
all siesta at 4
No way.
p.m.
okay, so back
So
to
it's like,
self-love Valentine's
That's what you
Day.
should do if you stay up late.
Okay, so back to what I want to do on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
For
Oh yeah.
self-love.
Finish what you were
Segue
saying.
back to that. I want to wake up in the morning. I want to have my coffee or my yerba mate.
After your
And-
7 hours of sleep.
Yes, and then I want to go see my trail with the sunrise.
Mm.
If I've slept in, I still want to do it with the beautiful sky. And then I like to take pictures of nature. I always take like cacti pictures and just, beautiful little scenes with clouds, if there's clouds or all that.
Appreciating what the beauty that there is in front
Yeah.
of you.
And on the trail that I go on, I would say I know maybe it's all regulars. So I know about 80% of the people. So I say hi to everybody
cool.
I know.
And that feels safe because you're like,
Yeah.
hey, people.
Like I see Gage's parents.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, every trail. Oh, the bird died. Yeah. Anyway, so I see everybody I know, and then I like to go say hi to Chet's puppies, and Chet's still sleeping, and I sneak into his house and say hi to the puppies, which is really fun. And then I will
Puppies
do
are so cute.
so cute. Then I like to take them for a walk. That's
I
really
would be
fun.
kidnapping them daily.
There was almost a kidnapping
napping.
session. I almost brought one of them here today.
Oh, we need to bring it to the next show.
But Chet said no, I will. And then, I think it's really fun to cook something. And then I like to meet up with my friends. I have a lot of friends. Do you think I have a lot of friends, Chet? Chet knows. I have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Ton of friends. So I like to make my rounds and see my friends and, see you guys. And that's my perfect day. And see my mom.
That's a really good.
And siblings.
And I like that you mentioned seeing all your friends in self-care and in your self-love day.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about anti-aging or
Longevity.
and aging right, and that's another one of the top things that staves off like some of the diseases of old age that can arise, like Alzheimer's or dementia, is having a well-connected social network. And
actually they're studying with the blue zones that is one of the top factors is that you getting joy from people you love and get along with, friends, family, and staying connected.
Yeah.
And the exercise and then eating healthy.
Yeah.
And I prefer eating
And
healthy.
cooking
So
is really good too that
Yeah.
you mentioned also.
and then I love eating at my favorite restaurants, and I'd probably also pop into one of my favorites and see all those friends that work there, because
Yeah.
I'm friends with everybody that that works at these restaurants. So that's my perfect Valentine's. What's your perfect Valentine's, Rachel? Because we only have 2 more minutes.
Ooh, perfect Valentine.
So Jordan can listen to this and do it.
Jordan, listen in.
Yeah, we'll have him listen in.
He already knows me. He was
But
talking
but we're
about.
asking you.
I love to hike, so I
Yes.
think we're gonna go somewhere on a hike. Hopefully to
Mhm.
Sedona or somewhere up in the pines, so we can catch
Mhm.
the tail end of the chill before it gets hot here in Arizona. We might go maybe see a little bit of frost up in either Sedona or Flagstaff and get out on the trails. We went a couple weeks ago to
Mhm.
Subway Rock in Sedona, which was so cool. Highly recommend the hike. The first time I went hiking there with a friend, we got lost. Shout
You
out
showed me the
Sam.
pictures. It's so pretty.
And we still found it though in the end. And then I went back there recently with Jordan and his sister Mia, and it was so much
I had so much fun meeting me. I loved her. We only have just a minute left. So, Chet, do you have any last tip about your Valentine's Day? Because how you want it to be? Or is that a mystery? Is it a secret?
No, yeah. I'm just definitely gonna have a good workout and have a lot of, fun on my own, even if I don't have a date that night. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's a
Yeah.
secret. And then any last tip for Jordan in closing? I just want to make sure Chet got a minute in there. And last tip for Jordan.
I'm excited to celebrate love, and we love each
What's
other.
your act of service? I know
every
you're,
day.
wait, there's 5 languages of love. What's your language of love? There's 5.
I would say top ones would be physical touch. I love to be snuggling all the time and holding hands, going on walks holding hands is fun.
Acts of service.
And then I say we do acts of service a lot as well. Like if one of us is in a rush and the other one has some free time, you know, the other one will
What about gifts?
take the dogs out or something. I like gifts, but that's not like a huge thing to me.
Affirmation?
Affirmations. Yeah. I'm like, if we said it once, we already said it kind of.
Saving the planet
One
One
show
show
at
at
a
a time.
time.
To be continued.